Hey, what's up, everybody? This is ArmandoDB with ArmandoDB.com. Tonight I'm going to talk about a few subjects. I'm going to talk about first basic things in bodybuilding and fitness that people aren't doing that they can simply just change and their body will make huge results. Number one is just rest. A lot of people don't rest enough. They overtrain at the gym. I know some people that are training legs, back, arms 3 times a week thinking it's going to grow. It doesn't grow. You're overtraining. So when you work out, you inflame the muscle. You break down the muscle. You tear apart the muscle. So when your muscle grows, you're resting, you're feeding the right nutrients, supplements, and food. So that's one common thing I see in the gym all the time that people are doing is just overtraining, or too much cardio, or not sleeping enough. You have to rest to grow. I know firsthand. I sleep maybe 3 to 4 hours a night. That's not good. I have insomnia. That's why I don't sleep. But most people, they need to sleep at least 7 hours a night. The second thing I'm going to speak about is recreational drug use. I know a lot of bodybuilders, they don't drink, so they smoke marijuana. And don't get me wrong, smoking marijuana is way safer than drinking. I think drinking is horrible for you. I don't think smoking marijuana is bad for you. But in bodybuilding, it raises your estrogen levels a lot. So a lot of guys, they can't seem to get hard on stage or the right condition, and girls too. Bikini girls, figure girls, women's physique girls, that applies to them too. They can't get that hard, look on stage or that tight look. And it could most likely be you're smoking a lot of marijuana that raises your estrogen, that gives you a softer look to your body. It also makes you lazy. I mean, a lot of people don't realize it until they quit smoking marijuana, how, lazy it made them and how productive they can be without it. If you're, sleepy at night, or you can't sleep at night, or you need to relax, take something like a Xanax or a Valium prescribed by your doctor. Number 3 is training. So when you're in the gym, I see so many people band training these days, doing all sorts of weird angles, playing with stuff. They're overcomplicating the training. The training is not that hard. Make it fun. You don't need to make training so difficult, or some trainer wants to reinvent some exercise like it's some special thing. If someone sees somebody doing it on a clip, they're like, oh, I've got to do this to bring on my outer quad sweep on this. No, it's bullshit. You can't try to reinvent the basic movements. Granted, there are machines out there, a lot of Arsenal machines that are really good. I prefer over free weights, especially for chest. But don't try to overcomplicate things with all the bands. And you can use bands here and there, but I see some people, they mess with the bands and it's taking longer than their workout. Just leave out those bands. They're not that beneficial. I promise you. I have not seen one person start doing, you can use it on one exercise, but doing their whole workout with bands, they're messing with these damn bands the whole time. And so it takes longer to put all the bands on the chest press or whatever you're doing, and I see no increase in their physique at all in any way. Another topic I'm going to touch on is, it's not necessarily about gaining muscle, but it's in the sport and competing of bodybuilding. There's a lot of jealousy. A lot of people get into it because they have very low self-esteem, and they do it to boost their self-esteem. And so they see all these other people, and if someone's doing better than them, they're very envious of that person. They want to talk bad about that person. They're like, or they want to say, oh, that person's that big because they do this, this, and this. Or they want to, here's another thing that's just weird. And if you're a guy and do this, it's weird. And confident, secure men do not do this. guys commenting on other guys' profiles, YouTubes, Instagrams in a negative way. I would never go on another man's page and talk bad about him or comment something ill about him. A real man that's secure with himself and self-confident does not do that. People who do that are little boys that are insecure, that are jealous and envious of other people, because that's weird for another man to do that. That's like something a girl would do. So if you're one of those people out there, going on people's YouTubes or Instagrams or Facebook and making negative comments, like, just keep it to yourself. No one cares. If you have nothing good today, good to say, just don't say anything at all. No one cares about your shitty negative comment, and the person that you're commenting about probably doesn't care either. And it just looks bad on you, and it shows the lack of self-confidence that you have as a man. So quit that, Another thing I'm going to talk about is, happens a lot in competing, is people, want to get to the top, and they want to say, I'll do whatever it takes. But when it comes down to it, they won't do whatever it takes. That includes chiropractor, massage therapy. Massage is so important in training. I've seen people, not get massages and their legs don't come in. And then the next show they're getting massages and their legs come in. Massage therapy is very, very, very important. I can't stress it enough. I tell my clients, all the time, and people say, well, I can't afford it. Hey, listen, if you can't afford, X, Y, and Z to compete, either don't compete or save up your funds for that show to put all towards that show. What you need in a winning physique, the first thing is genetics. You have to have good genetics. You don't have to have amazing, great, freaky, out of this world genetics. You have to have decent genetics. The second thing is, hard, weight training and nutrition. Everything's got to be on point. And then, of course, that's when the supplementation come in, natural and not natural supplements. For you girls and guys out there that's putting these underground labs in your body, there's plenty of internet sites you can order from European pharmacies that are legit and come from a straight pharmacy. People making stuff in their kitchen, you don't know what it is. They're getting all these powders. People are getting infections. You got to think about it. If you're injecting something in your body and there's a bacteria in that oil, it's happened to a lot of my clients and a lot of people I know, and you're injecting that bacteria into your body. How does that bacteria come out? A lot of times it's acne, cystic acne, boils. It's nasty. That's unclean. You're putting that in your body. It's going through your kidneys. And someone rather spend $30, $40 on a bottle of test that's made in a kitchen than go to their doctor and spend, $100, $120 on a prescription bottle. People, stop putting this junk in your body. It's, that's a big part of it. That's the icing on the cake, the chemical part of it. And so many people are focused all on the chemicals. I know guys, and the best looking guys are the ones that train hard, have good genetics, have very good nutrition, and then the drugs are the icing on the cake. I look at a lot of people and they look natural and they're on this huge cycle. I've been natural over 2 years, in all honesty. I do testosterone replacement, and that's it, a little peptides here and there. But I look at some people prepping for these shows and they're like beast mode and this and that. And they're telling people their cycles and, oh man, I'm on trend, I'm so aggressive. And I'm like, you're on what? You look natural. Right now I'm 5'9", 5'10", about 245, lean, vascular, and I eat 3 meals a day and train maybe 3 to 4 times a week, light. I do have pretty good genetics, but I see guys prepping for shows and I could get on stage and beat all of them, being natural and not even dieting. So all these guys that are just, putting all this crap in their body and I see them saying, "Oh, beast mode, this and that," posting all these workout videos, and their girls look like, yeah, I mean, their legs look like, girls have better legs than them. So realize what you look like, realize that things you need to work on. Take the criticism. People don't criticize you to put you down. Most people criticize, like I critique people as being a judge, as being a prep coach, as being in this industry for, you know, almost 15 years, I guess now. I critique people because, and honestly, it's what you need to work on. If you can't take a criticism, you're in the wrong sport. If you're a girl and you come to a coach and you say, and you're like, well, you need to work on this and this, and people get offended. You have to have thick skin and need to know what your weak points are and what your strong points and what you need to work on to make you a better competitor. I know this video is a little bit of rambling, but I freestyle these. I don't have any format. I just make them and talk on how I feel. But that's been really bothering me, that you spend money on a top level coach. You spend money on all this food. You spend money on all these nutritional supplements, and then you'll buy all this underground juice. And oh yeah, here's one thing that I see a lot. Girls are taking what they think is Anavar, and it's faked as like D-ball or something like that, and they get irreversible side effects. And there are these girls with these deep voices, and their face gets masculine. That's gross. Like, guys do not like that. I'm gonna break it to you, girls. Guys do not like masculine girls. Well, maybe some, but that's not appealing. So a lot of girls don't see it. They're taking all these hormones, or I meet girls that said, "Oh, well, my coach had me on Trin and Test." You're a girl and you're taking Trin and Test. You're out of your effing mind. Whoever tells you to take Trin and you're a female, that's just plain stupidity. And these guys out there and other people out there are so careless with these chemicals that they're putting in their bodies. So my little rant is, I've been out of the competitive world because I've seen it change so much. And the sport I fell in love with is not the sport it is today. I still love it and I'm still involved in it, and it's still my passion and helping others achieve their goals. And I do that. All my clients place top 3. People, can say this, and this about whoever, but I'm one of the only few consistent coaches that my clients place in the top every time. And I take special interest in my clients, and I put a lot of effort into them if they're listening, and I will take them to the top, and I will take them as far as they can go, whether it be national level, pro level, whatever. You just have to be a hard worker. And if you're competing, don't be cheap. Like this, you've picked one of the most expensive hobbies, and your body's an investment. So don't be cheap. Don't complain about prices, about coaching, prices about supplements, about massage. You got into this. This is what it's about. To make a champion, all these people that you're looking up to on stage that are champions, they do all this stuff. They train hard, they get good rest, they get the best food, they get the best supplements, they get the best pharmaceuticals. They're getting chiropractic work, massage therapy, getting their sleep, taking care of themselves. You have to do it to get there. They didn't just woke up one day and was, a top champion. So these are very important things people need to do, and I do these videos to help people out a lot. I make a couple of videos on YouTube here and there, and I just see a lot of people going in a very wrong direction, especially with a lot of these coaches. They have a coach, and these coaches, they don't know anything, and they just pull stuff out of their ass last minute, and a lot of it's dangerous. A lot of times they get people sick with diuretic use, or a lot of the coaches, get all their chemicals for their clients. That's not a coach. That's a drug dealer. So I get nothing from my clients. That's unfortunately it's illegal, and